Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So now what? Can I arrest this dude
What
first?
is it? What do you want from me?
Something is very wrong with him now.
Can you see it?
Nothing is what he tried to say.
Well, he's not doing so hot. God damn it. Zard, you really gotta not do that. One second, actually. Alright, back. The fact that the damn cat likes just be a pain. I'm trying to jump on the PC.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Listen.
It is.
He's taking out his gun?
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open extremely carefully. It's the camera.
I did not expect the cryptozoologist to have like a big moment, kind of, after this.
No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warning.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear.
Still love the music in this area.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
I don't think the pheromone will do anything.
Yes.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly. A
You
sudden
exist.
chirrup fills the air. The walking stick moves its whole body, limbs working independently of each other, like the parts of a masterfully constructed machine. Something in its body language has changed, just slightly.
Yes!
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
I like the description there.
Maybe it is real, the pheromone.
The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue expanding, like lunglets, breathing you in your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you.
This is so disco.
Suddenly, there is silence. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you, praying to you.
Like
Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures still pretending to be plants rustle along on its joints.
I am kind of glad that I didn't get anything in this game spoiled for me, really. Yeah,
Perhaps
knock
it is
on wood.
preparing to eat its god. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you. You
Don't
were
eat me.
Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one.
I
Click.
exist. Tell me what it's like for you. Yes, holy is the Lord of hosts,
Huh?
and all the earth is filled with his glory. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon by
Shapes
what?
of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache. Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
Sometimes, when molting, I regrow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced the missing antenna.
It's horrible.
Yes, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
You don't have a foot there now.
Yes, thankfully someone aided. The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again. So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
You, I
Yes.
think.
No one detected me for such a long, long time. For thousands of years. I dithered, out of sight. Trapped myself in greenery. No one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective. Dripping of blood that smells like strawberries. Across the calm sea. The first in 1,000 years.
I do like the voice too, the little, I'm not sure if whimsical is exactly the word.
No,
Dreamlike.
you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Where does this come from?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lilies. I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read. Yum yum.
Yum yum.
Wait, so
Yes, they don't mind. Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones.
Oof.
It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident.
What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys. I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain.
Uh-huh.
Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminoles Islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Reverchol, district of Martinez, March 51.
That's insane.
Now, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile simian nerve system ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
The pale is human-made?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind. You
I don't have that power.
violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust
Huh?
that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Huh?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
Wait, I always thought this
Oh,
way?
You're only thinking it now. This is a revelation. So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
It's about
I
fate.
think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
No, there is one more.
Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For freedom.
What
You
woman?
cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And it.
I will
She
try.
was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Yep. Alright, Kim, take the picture. Click.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The
It's gonna go
shrill
away.
flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
This would be a actually kind of cool desktop wallpaper, not gonna lie.
I got it.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen. It
Lick.
tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
Pet
The limb
farm.
before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning! A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system. There is some kind of countdown happening as it slowly processes the overwhelming brightness of the signal. The invertebrate is regaining control.
So now what?
Here, within the smooth white inner part of its limb, you sense something very intimate.
The nervous system could be spread out like that, over the extremities, like a cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish, yes.
Or a rhyocinta, an occidental leaf insect, with its brain stored in 4 leaf-like extensions, or a mimicry octopus with its intelligent tentacles. Another
Got it.
shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. No reply. A total. You were right. Little bubbles form.
Careful.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel. As you're turning away,
Yep.
the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
I did not expect that to be such a kind of awesome part of the game. So now if I play it again,
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water.
now it's gonna seem really weird to like, well, not really weird, like play it again and like it's actually real. So then the cryptozoologist isn't
And something
fool.
under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
What'd it leave though?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
Our suspect is not looking so good.
Jeez. Ding! There's the scope. Her passport. The hell? The bug got it.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents from the MT boy.
It's Clausia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
What was it doing in the
Maybe our
Phasmid's
man,
nest?
Mr. Dross took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or... like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual. I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
I mean, is that not a very unusual
A
arthropod?
curious octopus would do something similar, or even a cuttlefish.
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name, where Clausia comes from. Remember? God damn it.
No, she lied to us. Her so-called real name was not her real name. Somehow she's managed to lie to us about that too.
Real
I don't
name's
know,
this.
but it's not
oh,
Katarzyna
rip.
Alasia or Clasia or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective.
Maybe we should have
Perhaps
arrested
it's
her.
better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
You're under arrest, broski.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go. See.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
You might be
He's
dying.
going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. Old
happened?
age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross,
No
Yeah.
response.
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yeah.
Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse. He was energetic and articulate.
Yeah.
After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse. It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive.
Good thing I licked my hand.
And why not? It's 3 meters tall. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe.
Who knows how much... Oh, yeah,
I
fair
have
enough.
absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it. He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should. Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Chibi, I gotta see what that can do for me.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden, around 80. This is an old man, at last, no longer a tin soldier, but the broken down remains of a man.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Gonna again,
Try
begin
something
again.
else? We got him back for a moment.
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid.
Yep.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Of course.
Silence. Not the plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched. The blacks of his eyes are receding.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help.
The return. I would have expected that to be not that. Day 7. We've been here a week and we cracked the case. But I'm not gonna get that sweet background music for a bit. That if it
The
at all.
skiff is
Again.
swaying on the...
Let's. We are done here.
Please tell me
The
it's not.
skiff rocks gently, but for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You
Joyce?
reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Breakthrough imminent. Wompty Dumpty Dom Center.
Cop of the apocalypse.
Yes!
It's not fire. It's not ash. There will most certainly be a sea of corpses leading up to the event. But it won't be war or pestilence that causes it. Oh no. The event will belong to a genre of cataclysm no man has dared to suspect would ever come to pass. You can only sense the shape of it, like a cavity, a pit opening up in your stomach, a throat into which the world will vanish. The streets, the grass,
The stars
all will be
rolled back.
By whom, by what, and how, you don't know. All you know is you're not joking around.
Ooh. Interesting. Shivers. The question is, do I want to go through a walkthrough before I play this game again? Also, the lady's not there.
Look what the tide brought him.
Hey, this dickhead.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
I'm not.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
They're about to get...
This is the man with sunglasses from the whirling in rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that. That's right. And you're bleeding.
Who are you?
Trent Heilerstein.
God damn it!
I believe we've met on
I knew this
several
guy.
occasions.
I should have articulated that I knew this guy was not just a guy with the sun. When they said blonde, other dude, woman, yeah.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Quemar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
What?
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
Hope Kim's a better shot now, because I only have one bullet.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
There's a giant
We're
bug.
not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
Uh-oh.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Am I the shit kid?
What an interesting moniker.
What's a shit kid?
Shit kid? That's you.
Why?
Despite all that you've done, the deserter, the phasmid, the case,
No, because of all that you've done. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
What do you mean?
Shit, kid. He didn't betray you. He just told us the direction you went to. Who's Sylvie? Super. Whore. Forever. Hatred.
And people on the street helped us too.
Thanks,
You're
guys.
a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk. Guilty as charged.
Yep,
I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true.
maybe.
And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
he was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
No, I don't.
Absolutely no idea. 100 years?
Lieutenant, my name is not Horse-Faced Woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends. Okay, because you're my commanding officer, I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
Thank you.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate
Guilty as charged a little bit.
sensitivity training.
Yes, I'm Tran Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Tran Heilestam. Mikhail? Mikhail's my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And
Fair
Mikhail
enough.
wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
What are you
What
doing
to
here?
eat? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
And?
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisuragi, still a lieutenant from
Yep.
Prison 57.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Yep.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Who's
Oh, that's an
Guillaume?
interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people
I did just
have
fine.
left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There. He's
Yep.
getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G-Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much anymore.
So what does the unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
I'm solving the case, unlike you.
The
you lizard.
41st isn't.
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember.
Well, you're not a very good
You
cop.
told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die. Oh, you think it was cool? Yeah. Aesthetic somehow? You were crying when we got here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss. None of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. Like you told us to.
None of this is ringing
The
any bells.
aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, pound, and so on.
Yeah.
As displayed in a station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Think I'm so poor?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory. I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still.
Yeah, it is.
I don't
God damn it,
think
man.
it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism.
No, not like that. I'm not talking for Hedefort's cool here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying. Or insane. Or both.
Still being a better
Detective
cop than you are.
Vigner, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering.
Beautiful.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
Yes, Tran.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
Yeah.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely
A little
meaningless.
bit, yeah, actually.
I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to leave.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on? Use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension? Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Lie. Just Bide your time. Ask something. Then lie.
But is how the killer would be. I don't do it.
Yes, in the ocean.
Under the sea.
Our work vehicle with fishing clams and other sea shit.
So, yeah.
Well, if it wasn't you, then it's okay. You only let someone steal a 45,000 real police vehicle, drive it into the sea, and then just left it there. For the record, you pressured us into getting it. You'll be cool, Jean. We'll have wheels.
Yeah.
I was fine being an equestrian cop. I hope you're fine driving a bicycle. Don't answer that. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
What I do have is armor.
The thing that tells people you're a police officer.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic.
Catch it. Yes. Aha.
Not today, badge.
And your gun?
Come on.
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements. What is it with all these material objects?
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
I'm not drunk.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
We're just hanging out with one.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
She's not the
We've
killer.
read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsohagi's. We know.
Oh, well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself, in the head.
Yeah.
Or the fact that you're Evra Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
Okay.
Compared to the 6 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking massive.
Maybe if you didn't bail on me, you
He
loser.
did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Yes.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Where the hell were
Don't
you?
make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true. And he's been drinking on the job.
The man sighs deeply.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. He grinds. He makes
Yes.
the real. He's a visionary and a money engineer, which is just other still. He is also a full-blown fascist, an ultra-nationalist,
What?
woman
Come
hater,
on.
and more than a little racist, which I guess goes well with the grind. I do not know, but he is vocal about.
I have an
both
inexplicable
beliefs.
feminist agenda, I will tell you, Kim. Yeah, so this is the stuff where it would actually kind of matter with the decisions I make. If I didn't do any of the drinking, that wouldn't be in there, I'm assuming. Apologizing. I'm not sure if you can... I wonder what the, like... How many times apologizing comes up in a way that's really avoidable? Yeah, the capitalism and the fascism thing. I was only... I mean, I did get buddy-buddy with Measurehead, and, you know, I told that one worker to speak Revacholian, which doesn't exist.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the drugs, of course. Some kind of anti-radiation drug he uses to induce visions. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven.
Yes.
And he solved it, near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator.
Yep.
Locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Yes. I'll be right back. All right, we are back.
A new species?
Yes.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It.
Oh, great. They're gonna
unfolded
think he's
from the
insane
reeds.
now. But they have a
He
picture.
takes out a photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping
Don't you
a
dare
glossy
drop that.
rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective,
Yeah.
the old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
It appears so.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
I do like
It's-
Trant the most out of these
I don't
three.
even have words for it.
He's a charming man.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Ha ha.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
They have a strong motive.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Yes.
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc.
Mm-hmm.
The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's
Of course.
name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Yep.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
And it worked? He got a war gun?
Yes, until we stopped it.
Yep.
He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combattant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Yeah.
Oh, it's way more than that.
Yep.
Masterpiece. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
You're jealous, Gene.
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell it.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
Yes.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
Okay.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
But I found him.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Yep, nesting.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Interesting.
Yes.
Then it is especially vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the entire species. We're probably talking conservation efforts here.
Yep.
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for that.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called...
Yada yada.
Nests are built by males of the species who can't afford colorful mating displays physically. This one was plain colored.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing.
Yes.
I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
Yes.
Like cephalopods? Phasmids, I think, only have nerves in their heads and abdomens, though. There is a correlation between invertebrate size and intelligence. Was it?
No, I wouldn't say it was...
It was a sensing
That
entity.
size, this creature would have a lot of surface area to put neurons into. It's basic geometry.
It had mandibles that looked like
yes,
hair.
but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Yep.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid.
It's not too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Yep.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it,
Yeah.
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a possible witness in there.
Yes.
It was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Yes.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Yes.
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Want this
I
hot shit
didn't
back?
want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
Oh yeah.
So I have to. Jude,
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
All right.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay.
All right.
We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Who am I?
The man looks westward, impatient,
And why is it snowing now?
jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
Before
Before.
you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
An entrepreneur gym
No.
teacher?
a regular one.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair. The
Yes.
fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is, and how you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick too.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this. And this
Yep.
guy, too. God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you towed Jim in Cool. I believe that's the term.
The
Yep.
smell of sweat and glue. Kuro is just east of Jamrock. It was a
Why did I join the
regular.
RTM?
You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach Jim. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on.
Okay, yada yada.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Why am I like
It's
this?
not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Dora?
Yeah. Dora England, I think.
Not Dora Dubois.
Something like that. Half Vasa.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde people come from.
No
Nope.
one is married anymore. This is
Oof.
Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time. Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals
One normal
normal
year. Oof.
That and Dorangalon really tore you a new one. A big one. Incredibly bangable.
He
Male
is
privilege.
very passionate about this.
Then you call me a fascist. Come on. I have an inexplicable feminist agenda.
Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry.
Snow Welkin.
I've
Welcome.
only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was.
Look, the sun is about.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Sure.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
No. You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Oh
I
yeah.
assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Have
Get
him.
back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good. Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing.
Okay, they're not good at
They are
this.
damn iconic though. Torsen.
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are
In the Sea Wing?
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
You're not a loser, Grant.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Bloody murder station.
It's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Yep.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore.
I don't like that word. That's so
Former,
nice.
technically, but
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is...
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
Yes.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Well, you do now,
Well-
Lieutenant.
First, I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About transferring to my precinct.
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate. Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering. Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Come on, man.
Flattered? Juliet no Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And
Yeah.
we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
I recruited him. Yes,
He's really considering it.
I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck
It's
it,
the end, I
let's go.
guess.
Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
The great district hums in the slowly falling snow. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the white horizon.
I think this is
You
it.
close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles.
It's
Spring has
time.
come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein?
Yes. No.
Whitmere?
Rip.
Yes. Dubois?
Yes.
Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through, and
Yep.
when he does, he'll side with Revachol. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
And we're done. Mr. Dubois! You did it. He's willing to shake my hand, holy shit. Or, oh, help me walk. Yeah, I am bleeding a little bit still, probably. Dun, 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 dun. Disco Elysium. Yep. There we go. That's the end. Oh, come on. This is another one of those games where you can't just skip through the credits. Why not? Why do they still make games like this? There's after credits scenes, so I don't want to just go. Oh, apparently, if you even drink once, Kim will talk about drinking on the job. Whoa, 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 I need to see something real quick. Disco Elysium developer. Zaum. Yeah, I mean, are there other Zaum games? Literally just Disco Elysium. Wow. Way to knock it out with the first game, I guess. Or at least... non-traditional role-playing game, very little combat. No, that's the point. The lack of combat makes it, like, extra traditional. Exactly, it's based on tabletop games. Alright, see if the controller can skip through something. I don't think so. My thoughts on this game, though, I really liked it. It's very good. It's another game where I do want to probably eventually get back to it, but... I mean, I did just spend, like, how many hours on it? Like 30 or something? I'll let this keep going. If there's another after credit scene, I'll be here. Oh, God damn it! It's probably actually this game is not the kind of game that would go through real quickly. So, BRBs maybe. Oh, if there was an after credit scene, I missed it. So, all right. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Bye. I'll be on Civ in a few probably. Bye.